Hello everyone, BG Sav here, and today is episode 11 of my Mario Kart 8 playthrough. 150cc. Today is on the Banana Cup. First two tracks of the Banana Cup will be GameCube's Dry Dry Desert and SNES Donut Plains 3. I unfortunately am going to continue a lot of my previous commentary from my previous two videos on the remake maps. And that I just, again, with these maps, I never liked Dry Dry Desert. I liked a lot of maps on the GameCube Double Dash version of Mario Kart, and this was not one of them. On top of that, they added like this wet section. It's not dry anymore when you're adding like a little oasis lagoon thing here. I don't quite understand what the point of adding this was. I mean, I guess they're adding somewhere that, you know, the jumps or whatever, but I just didn't get it. I personally just didn't get it. It was dry desert, you know, with air quotes, and it's not dry if you're putting water in it. So I just thought that was a little strange. Again, there's no anti-gravity at all in this map. Actually, at all in this episode. Donut Plains does not have any anti-gravity either. Donut Plains 3. No anti-gravity in that map either. It kind of leaves me, again, wondering why they couldn't find better maps to add anti-gravity to. I mean, how did they get these particular maps in their head and thought that these would be good to remake? I'm going to venture a guess that this map was probably nobody's favorite map. I don't know why anybody would think this was a good map to remake. It was an okay map. There was nothing special about it. There's nothing fun and exciting about this map. It was just kind of one of those maps. It was just like, okay, it exists. We have to race through it, and that's that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Third lap here. If you're not familiar with this map, which you should be from if you played the GameCube version, we got a hard right here going into an S bend. It's actually a little bit more than an S bend. It's kind of like a snaking S. I guess it's like a double S maybe. With those cactuses, make sure you watch and don't hit the cactuses. Then you come into a nice hard right. And then you kind of got like a pool here that you kind of got to get through. You can go to the sides, or you can kind of wade yourself through it right there. Followed by a hard right. And then we're going into the water section of the dry map here. And there's these little holes in the map, which with bubbles coming out of the map, you can actually use your jump boosts on those. And then coming out right here, you can use a jump boost right there too. And then you come into a really hard right, and then kind of like a soft left there to the finish line. I kind of got lucky on that win there. I got passed right there at the end. The spike, I'm telling you, one thing about this game, watch the third lap. For some reason, the spike shell always comes in the third lap. It drives me insane. I get so angry playing this game because every third lap, it seems, when I'm coming towards the finish line and I've been in first place the entire map, bang, spiky blue shell in your face. Every time. I'm telling you, it drives me nuts. I had to redo this, probably 6 or 7 times. And it was the same thing every freaking time. Whether it was on this map or Donut Plains, it was every time. Getting into Donut Plains here, SNES Donut Plains 3. This was not my favorite Donut Plains either. It was, but I'm not going to complain too much about this map. I think this was a decent choice. I personally would have went with Donut Plains 1 or 2 maybe, but they did 3, which is, you know, fine. It's not a bad map. It is a tough map. I'm going to tell you that right now. This map is hard. There is a nice shortcut in it if you have a mushroom, but outside of that, this map is just difficult. I mean, it is very, very windy. It is very, very quick. It is very, very slick, and I got very, very frustrated playing this map, though. But I have to compliment it. It is a very challenging map. This was actually, to me, maybe a decent choice. Again, I might have picked Donut Plains 1 or 2, but they went with 3. I can't argue with it too much. And it looks nice too. I don't know what this like boggy section is, like this marshy section is here. I don't know what exactly the point of that was, but it doesn't really affect you too much. I mean, it doesn't handle any differently in those sections that I really noticed. Again, there's no anti-gravity here, and that disappoints me probably more than anything. To me, they should have found more ways to add anti-gravity, and they just didn't. I am going to pull this one out in the end. It's going to be pretty crappy driving for the most part. I'm not going to be in first place much at all, and I squeak it out in the end. I'm going to spoil it for you because we come into the third lap and we're doing the walkthrough anyway, so I'm not going to be able to talk you and surprise you through it. Third lap here, again, we're a long straightaway, then we have a very hard right. Go over this bridge, watch for the broken piece there. You can drive under that water in case you do fall into it, which is kind of good and bad. Another hard right U-turn, and we're going into the broken bridge where we actually go into the. You need to start your turn when you're on that hill. This first very hard hairpin turn to the left there. And we're kind of snaking our way through here more straight than anything. And another hairpin right. You can boost for those jumps from those moles. And then you kind of got an S-bend here at the very, very end. And it looks like I'm going to lose. And somehow Daisy's engine must have taken a crap there. There was no reason that she slowed down as much as she did right there. But I got the win. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. As always, thank you for watching.